Hello everyone, my name is Sangeetha, and for this Halloween, we from the R.E.A.D Club want to share two interesting spooky stories from this book, Scary Ghost Stories, published by Shree Book Center, Mumbai. So, are you ready? Shall I begin? Sit back and listen quietly. The African Doll. Pearl was just 8 when her Aunt Stella came to visit her. She had been living with her husband in Africa for the past 2 years. She stayed for about 20 days, and while leaving, gifted Pearl a strange-looking African doll. It was not cute at all and had a sly grin on its face. Nevertheless, Pearl accepted the gift and put it away in her cupboard with the rest of her toys. At night, Pearl brushed her teeth and went to her bed. She read her storybook for a while and then turned off the light. The sound woke Pearl. She switched on her bedside lamp. To her surprise, she saw the African doll lying on the ground. Now, hadn't she put it inside her cupboard? She turned off the light and went back to sleep. Next day, as usual, she dressed and went off to school. When she returned, she found her mother in a foul mood. "How many times have I told you not to leave your room in a mess?" fumed her mother. "Go and see what it looks like. I am not going to tidy up that mess." Pearl ran upstairs and was horrified to see the condition of the room. She was sure that she hadn't left it that way. She tidied the mess. That night, a noise woke Pearl. This time, she did not turn the light on. To her surprise, she saw the African doll was walking about in the room. The doll next jumped onto her bed. Terrified, Pearl pulled the blanket over her head. The doll let out a strange, high-pitched laugh. Suddenly, it started throwing things around. It seemed rather strange for a small doll, as it kept throwing chairs, lamps, and books all around. Hearing the noise, her parents came running. As soon as they entered the room, the noise stopped. "Look, Paul, I told you," said her mother to her father. "Look how naughty she has become, throwing all those things around." But Mommy, it wasn't me," wept Pearl. It was the doll. I swear." "Now you've started telling lies too?" snapped her mother. "Clean up the mess right away." Pearl was scared, and the first thing she did was to throw away the doll. But the next day, the doll was right back in her cupboard. The doll threw things around, messed her mother's kitchen, and threw her father's files out of the window. And every time something went wrong, her parents blamed her. Next, Pearl tried to get rid of the doll by throwing it in a ditch. But it still came back. Pearl's parents decided to send her to a boarding school. She was terribly hurt, but was happy that at least she would be far away from the cursed doll. Just before she was to leave for school, she spoke to her mother. "Mom, I know you never believed me when I said I did no wrong. I still say the same. It was not me, but the African doll. I have thrown it into the river now, but I'm afraid she will come back. Please believe me for once." The next morning, Pearl went off to her new school. In the new school, although lonely, she was happy. She tried to do well in her studies, joined dance and music classes, and took part in various games. Soon, It was almost 6 months since she joined the new school. One day, the teachers took the children for a picnic by the riverside. They played all morning and had their food. After finishing their food, they went down to collect pebbles from the river's bank. Pearl was so lost in picking up pebbles that she got separated from the rest of the group.
"Hey you,"
said a voice.
"Look what you've done to me, eh?"
Pearl turned around and saw a mud-covered doll. She looked closely and found to her horror that it was the same African doll.
"See what you've done to me. I'm now dirty and tired. I had to travel such a long distance. Oh, what hardships I had to face."
"Oh no, go away," screamed Pearl. "I don't want to see you."
"Why should I go away?"
The doll let out a strange, eerie laughter.
"You and I, we'll have a blast together. What do you say?"
Pearl screamed and tried to run as fast as she could, but the doll managed to stay right behind her. And that's the end of this story. What do you think? Did the doll catch up with Pearl? We would never know that. The next story from this book will be narrated by Akash Suresh. The name of the story is A Dog Called Ghost. It's another interesting story of a little boy and his dog. The link to the video is provided in the description below, so please do listen to it. Thank you and bye-bye.